Mayor Mike Duggan's program that he came out with, and where people are able to get their records expunged and get their license back. I went through that program. I didn't go through that program to get my license back. I ended up having to spend $7,000 out of cash, out of my pocket, to get my license back. So I spent that money, got my license back, and I had a long misdemeanor criminal record full of getting arrested, going to county jail, you know what I mean? Just doing petty stuff, just like such as driving without a license, driving without insurance. It was mostly driving stuff, driving with weed in the car, driving around, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no DUIs, but fighting. I got into a few fights. So all of that stuff adds up. And then, now all of a sudden you got a long ass, misdemeanor criminal record sheet. Well, all of that has been expunged. I started getting those charges here in Michigan in 2015. So it's been 10 years. I went that period without having a license, driving around, you know what I mean, in that loophole where I'm not supposed to drive, but I gotta drive to get to work to pay off the fees. So it's like a catch-22. How you gonna get to work to pay off the fines if you don't drive? Constantly getting tickets and tickets and tickets, and then you don't go to court, or something happens where you can't make it to court, or you can't drive yourself to court. So now you are again stuck because, you're in that catch-22 loop. So I was able to get myself out of that by when 2020 came and everybody was getting all them checks. Instead of, buying whatever, I spent all that money to get my license back. So I've been a licensed driver ever since. I've gotten a couple of tickets since then, and what happened, I paid them immediately. I can't do anything with a ticket on my record, possibly suspend my license, possibly end back in jail. I don't never want to go back in jail. I spent a total of 54 days in jail in my whole entire lifetime. Not prison, nothing like that, but in a county freaking jail. Detroit, Wayne County Jail, and Oakland County Jail. And that shit ain't pretty, that shit ain't fun, that shit ain't cute. That shit ain't where I want to ever spend my life. I don't want to step foot back into jail. I would highly not recommend for nobody. I wouldn't even wish that on my enemy, you know what I mean? That place is only for people who truly can't get it right, who truly are a savage. And so what that Mike Duggan program did was expunge my record. So now when you look up my criminal record, there is none. There's nothing there, because all my stuff is expunged. So through that program, it took like 2 or 3 years to fully make it through the program. I had several court dates, online court dates. Some court dates I didn't have to go. My lawyers was there for me. Some days I had to go, show up, dress up and show up to court. The same court that put me in jail, I had to go face them once again. And so you got to stand in front of the same judge who put you in jail, or in front of that same court, and ask them to basically expunge you, to get that off your record, so that when they do a background check, it's not there no more. Or if they try to say, oh, okay, you did this and that, then you got that court document stating, well, hey, this judge signed off on that. I ain't do that. That was a big mistake, and that's why it's gotten cleared. And explain to them that I was never even supposed to be there in the first place, but they never want you to take that approach. They want you to just talk about what all the stuff you've done since then, such as me, paid to get my license back, been a licensed driver, graduated college, been a mother, worked, got my own place. I was working doing the real estate as far as doing the inspections and taking photos for the Walker Price opinion. So I was doing that. I took pictures all over Detroit, hundreds of houses since 2023. You see what I mean? So you basically getting a second chance.